Hello and welcome to your weekly Excel tutorial with Dave. Today we're going to talk about using cells in Excel using macros. So what we have here is we have this cell modification subroutine where we had last week our message box video had this cell reference in it. This cell reference was using different text, so dynamically it was taking text from that cell in Excel, which happens to be B1, and putting it in the message box. So what we're going to do today is a little bit different, where we're actually modifying the values in the cells of the spreadsheet itself. So this does not work with other sheets. If you want that, it's going to be another video, but this cell's reference here happens to be A3. So all of these are in column A, as you'll note from the 1 in this second value, and we're going to be using the rows 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So first we're going to have numeric input, and you're going to see what results that yields. The string input is just going to say hello world, and this cell we're actually going to take, just like this one, B1 is going to have text in it for username, and we're actually going to take that username and put it into cell A5. This concatenated input is going to show you how to include your cell references right into the actual text or within your different cells. So here we have in A6, hello to this cell will then contain the value 150. So let's say hello to 150 people in the world. And then finally our formatted inputs. So in particular you're going to use dates for formats. Occasionally you'll use numbers, recurrency, and things like that. But just so as an example, we're going to have formatted inputs be date. So let me go ahead and show you the Excel spreadsheet. So this is our Excel spreadsheet. When I hit go on this macro, same as hitting this cell modification button, we have the value 150 in this cell, and it's a usable number. We have the text here, hello world. Then this cell reference went from B2 and it copied it into A5. And then we have the concatenated input, so hello to 150 people in the world. People won't know necessarily whether you have done this through variables, written the entire string. It is completely invisible to the user itself, but in the code it actually makes a big difference. So when I change the value in cell 3.1, that actually changes the text that will appear in this cell. So you can use that in a lot of ways. Don't think that it's limited to writing sentences, but it can do things like putting vast numbers of different cells together and actually creating yourself serial numbers, keys, things like that. And then finally the formatted input. You'll notice that I have 1 month, 2 days, and 4 for the year. So it does not show the extra 0. Like if I put this month in and go ahead and try it again, it actually forces 2 digits for the month. If I put in 3 months, it actually puts an abbreviation, so it actually puts the text in for the month. And then also if I put a 4th, finally it gives me September, so the entire month. You'll note that if you ever do something that this does not expect, so for instance, this is nothing but spaces. If I put a comma here, it'll actually take that comma in. It understands that. However, if I put that comma in the wrong place, let's say I put it after the 2 days, what it'll do is it will revert. So it goes to this generic and default format instead of actually listening to what you are putting in. So you can always change the month from 1, 2, 3, or 4. It understands all 4. However, with the year, you'll note that it works with all 4, but it doesn't necessarily work with 3, and it does work with 2. So you'll see that date changing throughout the video. If you liked this video, if you found it helpful, please subscribe. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or send me a message, and I'll get back to you. Thank you.